So I already have other videos where I document this process, so I won't go through it all together because we can just link those. But we want to measure from the center of this screw here, the bearing point of this screw, right, the center of this, and then we're going to measure up to the center of this bail, the middle of this metal ring off the bottom of that block, and I'm getting 32 and a half, 32 and a quarter, 32 and a quarter, okay. Then I'll also measure the other side while we're at it, just to check for symmetry, because since I started doing this, I found plenty of people's bridles are asymmetric, okay, and you've got basically the same number, because I just made it symmetrical, I went through it. If we go bring this down to check on the center board, you're just ever so slightly off to starboard, which I actually like, because generally in a sailboat race, you're trying to hold your lane on starboard and pick it, and then on port, you're in a more bow down mode, especially in Southern California where this boat's gonna race. So that's good. We should be, we will stitch this, okay, so that it holds its place. But what we want to do is we're gonna make the exact same system here. Base. And where'd the tape go? I'm gonna use the tape to get my indentations correct. Base. Powered up. Oh, I messed up my own settings. Alright, you're still filming, right?
Yeah.
We're gonna fix this fast enough it just shows in the video. Okay, good enough. Trap, that's when you're just barely starting to get on the trap. Powered is when the boat's fully powered up, full trapped. Overpowered, you're like, okay, almost have to, we're holding on here, right? And then just full nuke. Near survival mode, except for you never want to be in survival mode, you want to be in attack mode, even when it's nuking, right? Okay, and then we know this is 32 and a quarter inches, okay? And then we're gonna make a second column here. This is guesses, okay, and this is findings, okay, so that when you go sailing, if you're like, okay, we had to adjust it from the projected, from where we thought it was gonna be, you can record that and learn something from it, okay. The other thing that we're gonna do is we have this ruler here. All right, so on this guy here, on this line here, this is the line that is let's see, which one is it? I gotta make sure I mark the right one.
This is pulling.
You've got a bit of a... So... Okay, yeah, yep, okay. So, show the Chinese finger here. Okay, so I'm doing the outer the line that becomes the outside of the Chinese finger, right, and continues on here, I'm gonna put a mark right on 10. Okay, and this line continues, is looped around this and goes into the Chinese finger, okay? So I'm putting a mark right on 10, and 10 is where our base setting is. Okay, so our base setting is going to be 10 centimeters. Okay, which is really actually the number that I want to write here. All right, so I'm actually going to wipe off findings. And this is the setting. 10 centimeters. Okay, so 10 centimeters on this ruler here is equal to 32 1/4 inches from bearing point to the shackle. Right? All right, now come on over here, Z. I'm not going through and editing these videos, so unfortunately they're just gonna have to have a lot of downtime. Not nearly comparable to the time you have to put into a boat anyway. So I'm just checking my notes here, and I have some bridle notes for some boats. So I've guessed in the past that 29 inches is nuke for a bridle. Here's a 28 that looks like somebody actually tested before. I think it could be as low as 27. I just wanted to check my notes in the past. Okay, so I don't have too much. 27, 28 inches. We'll just put that as a range, right? Is this the Sharpie I was using? Okay, so here for our guesses, right, we're gonna put 27 to 28 inches. All right, now,
And we pull that on.
what we're gonna do is adjust this to that. Okay. Looks like I overachieved, I think. Oh, maybe not. Okay. $28. Okay, so 28, that's good. And then we go to our scale here and we're actually off the edge of the scale. All right. Which is okay, because what we can do is where'd the Sharpie go? I just wrote it. I'm so good at that. That's my number one skill in life. So we can just go add a little manual on here. Right.
It could be like 11 or
Yeah.
20.
I mean, we could redo the tape, right? You could mark 10, and you could say, okay, 10's here, so I'll get a longer
One of these.
sticker and put a new sticker on. And maybe we just do that. We'll just do that.
Okay.
You can stop filming because you will